The next update is gearing up to be bigger than we expected. Also getting the master modes. Now master modes, if you do not know, is basically an overhaul to the ships and ship classes, ship combat and ships in general. I believe there are plenty of adjustments planned for this, like combat speeds and things like that, but the main aspect of master modes is for the ships to feel like their designated class. Of course there are gonna be exceptions, but the way these were described are quite obvious. Every ship basically falls into an archetype. Each of these archetypes has certain strengths. Snubs, for example, being an archetype, meaning ships that are fragile, which don't do relatively a lot of damage, but are very maneuverable. Another archetype would be light fighters, relatively maneuverable, boasting a decent amount of firepower, and meant for agile engagements. Medium fighter, rather agile for its size and boasting quite a bit of firepower. Heavy fighter, offering a lot of firepower but not that much maneuverability. Now all of these are fighter-sized archetypes, and each of these sized ship will have one designated archetype assigned to them, and based off of that still having some strengths. But there will also be some unique ships which will have more strengths towards interceptors. Just like racing ships will have more strength going towards interceptors having higher speeds. Or Drake Buccaneer giving away some of its maneuverability but having higher speed. So there are still ships meant to have unique strengths. On from there goes the fighter bombers. These are a bit bigger and meant to be these more durable ships. And then we just start to go bigger with these ships and we get our gunboats, which are ships like Constellation or same sized ships. Corvettes like Hammerhead, which are meant to fight off other smaller ships in bulk. And the biggest ships, frigates, which are, well, the biggest available ships at the moment, like 890 Jump or even the Carrack. And of course these ships will have variations and strengths in different aspects. In short, it's kind of a retuning of most of these ships and giving them certain archetypes. Now, most of them do have certain categories already. Precision targeting is also another part of this update. This allows us actually to focus on certain parts of the ship to disable turrets or other parts of it, actually making focus fire and, well, giving a chance for smaller ships to fight against bigger ones. Now, these also get assisted by the gimbals, which allows you to focus on certain parts of the ship, and the gimbals will assist in aiming against those ship parts if you try to disable them. Now, this will come with a cost of your fire rate going down, and your shots being more precise on account of that. This change will also bring the weapons into different archetypes. Some which are considered anti-ship weapons, something you use on a light fighter to fight against another light fighter. Then there are anti-material weapons, which, as I understand, are great for hunting down hammerheads. Basically ballistic heavy-duty weapons, I would presume. And then we have the uncategorized. With this also comes the gimbal change. As I understand, every weapon will now need to be in gimbal, and gimbal will no longer reduce the size of the weapon that can be attached to it. So if you have a size 3 gimbal, you can now attach size 3 weapon to it, while previously you could only attach size 2s. And yes, all turrets weapons will be in gimbals because of the precision targeting mode. They didn't really talk about the combat speeds, but it was often guessed it would come alongside with the master modes. Currently I did not get a confirmation, but it would definitely put somewhat of a leash on light fighters being very dominant in combat, even against other bigger ships. Now we will have to wait and see what it actually brings, because I'm pretty sure they might want to keep that discussion for any upcoming week, but it seems highly probable that combat speeds will also be a thing alongside with the master modes. Yes, they did say that in 1v1 this master modes is a bit more limiting, perhaps a bit more boring and annoying, but at fleet battles, squadron battles, which will be a great part of the open world engagements at some point, it will be a pretty good addition, and to see how team communicates between each other to utilize their small weapons against a bigger ship. Anyway, there is actually quite a lot to this, and I highly suggest watching the video yourselves. But meanwhile, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.